It's that time of year again, even here in Florence. Markets are buzzing, nativity scenes are set up in anticipation of baby Jesus, Christmas trees are lighting up every corner, and festive light shows are filling the streets with holiday cheer. For some of us, this season offers a chance to catch up with friends. Today, I'm meeting my friend Mary, who's taking me to her top 5 favorite spots for drinks during this magical time of year.
My favorite time of the year is now. Like I love the winter. Like I love November and December. I love like the holiday time here. I think Florence really just kind of transforms itself, and there's this really nice kind of festive feel to it. It's also probably because it's like the less busy time of the year for me, so I actually get to enjoy the city a lot more. So I can come out and kind of do aperitivo a little bit more and like have dinners with and have dinner with friends and whatnot. Because obviously, like during the kind of busier, let's say, tourist season, I don't have that many opportunities, let's say. So that's why I love this time, and it's also like a little chill in the air. And I think also like the cuisine here is really great. Like for November, like you kind of want to bundle up and have like hearty, lovely dishes with like a beautiful glass of like red wine or whatnot.
Caffe Cibreo is a charming little cafe with a delightful French-inspired ambience. It's part of the legacy created by the late Fabio Picchi, a flamboyant and larger-than-life Florentine chef renowned for his uncompromising approach to local cuisine. In his beloved Sant'Ambrogio neighborhood, Picchi established a culinary empire with 6 unique venues. These range from his fine dining restaurant and the trattoria next door to this cozy all-day cafe. He also opened a fabulous theater that combines gastronomy with special events, an organic products market, and a tiny Asian fusion eatery that I absolutely adore.
Yeah, but cheers.
This is very exciting. It's very good.
How is it?
Yeah.
Good. Mm-hmm.
There's lots of like panna on top, which I'm really happy about, and not too much of the other stuff, which is probably good at this time of day.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Wow.
I love this place. Obviously, it's a little bit more, it's called Salato Portinari is like the room and the place that we're in. Obviously, it's a little bit more kind of fancy, a little more, and I think we were talking about this before, I just love Florence because, I don't know, I feel like you can get all fancy and dressed up if you want, but then you can also be like super casual and whatnot. And here I love their cocktails actually. So they have a really nice list of like kind of more unique cocktails and then kind of the classics.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite? Because they look really lovely.
It's funny. I tend to lean towards like tequila or mezcal. I don't know, or gin. I have to say, like I'm a gin and tonic person.
Yeah.
But I feel like here I'd want to get something a little more, I don't know, interesting or fancy.
Yeah. Let's look through the list.
As we were saying, honestly, like for an aperitivo, this is just like my absolute like perfect setup. And their olives are really good, and I love the little mix of like nuts that they have. So, and I've never eaten more potato chips than I have since I moved to Italy.
Really?
The Salotto Portinari, helmed by the Michelin-starred chef Vito Molica, is an absolute gem. Nestled in the elegant courtyard of Palazzo Portinari, which, funnily enough, I remember as a bank, this spot is a shining example of how Florence continues to evolve. Thank goodness for Mary keeping me updated on must-visit places. The renovation and decor strike the perfect balance between sophistication and approachability, creating a warm yet refined atmosphere. To top it all off, Vito himself was present to greet guests, a truly personal and delightful touch.
No, perché stiamo facendo un piccolo video, un giro di post, i miei posti preferiti per un aperitivo e quindi
nella tua lista.
Sì, no, ma certo, sicuramente.
Vedevi il drink?
Grazie. Ciao. Grazie.
Piazza della Repubblica.
Sì.
Now we're headed for another sort of wine bar-ish.
Yeah.
What's Procacci famous for?
They are famous. Well, they are famous for. I think they're very not known for, like, you go there and get a glass of wine or bubbles, and they have these little mini truffle sandwiches, which I think we're going to have to get. So they're very famous for that. So it's really nice because you can go and get those little sandwiches, and it's a really beautiful spot. It's on one of the kind of most beautiful streets in Florence. So it's on Via Tornabuoni, which is where you have all of like the high-end shops like Gucci, Prada, things like that, and also for the holidays. It's beautiful. I absolutely love that street. They really get it decked out with all of the lights or whatnot. So it's just, it's a really nice little spot to pop in, grab a glass of bubbles, get yourself a little tasty truffle sandwich. And it's just, I think kind of like a rather indulgent experience, let's say. And this is why I love it out here.
That's very cute.
Right? I mean, you're in the middle of this like beautiful, street. Lovely for the holidays. They have a great heater, so it's just, it's really cozy vibe, I think. Definitely smell the truffles.
One truffle and foie gras.
Foie gras.
And the other one is butter and anchovies?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
I love foie. I feel terrible saying it, but I do love foie gras. And I love what do you call it, like fegatino.
Me too.
Over here.
That's one of my favorite things, actually. But when it comes to the other offals, I don't know if I said that right. I'm like the other offals, but it's offal, right? Offals. I don't know. Interiors of the animal, I'm not really crazy about those. So all the tripe. Lampredotto, all of those things are not really up my alley.
I really like, Jacopo loves, like my husband loves Lampredotto, so he introduced me to that.
Yeah.
I have to say I do really like it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Good for you.
But I don't love tripa, I don't love tripe, like the one they do with like the Florentine style, I wouldn't.
Which is what, in tomato?
It's a tomato, I think Parmesan, but I would never, I wouldn't order that for myself. If somebody has it, maybe I'll have a little bite or something like that, but it wouldn't be the thing that I would order if it's on the menu. Right. But Lampredotto, I have to say, it's one of my favorites. But I also love sandwiches.
Yeah, me too. Hence. Cheers again.
And these lovely truffle sandwiches at Procacci, I adore them. And it's nice because honestly, it's a smaller kind of a sandwich.
Yeah.
So you could just, I think for an aperitivo, it's actually kind of perfect. Grazie mille.
At this point, let me tell you a bit more about Mary, who made the big move to Tuscany around 10 years ago. Before that, Mary, who loves wine, lived and worked in Napa Valley, where she met Jacopo, who runs a family winery in Chianti Classico. The love story took off, and a few years later they were married, and now they live in Florence. Jacopo dedicates his time to the family winery and creating delicious wines, whereas Mary has found her niche in hospitality and marketing of the winery, along with running her own travel designing business. I will, of course, link to both in the notes of this video. Florence is breathtaking in the lead up to Christmas, and outside of weekends, it feels wonderfully uncrowded. Getting around the city is a breeze. You won't need any transportation as everything is within easy walking distance. To cross the river, you can stroll over one of the many bridges. The Ponte Vecchio, the only bridge to survive World War II, stands out with its dazzling array of jewelry shops. Stay tuned for more about that in my next video.
We're at Volpi, and
A mutual favorite.
a mutual favorite, exactly. This place has been here for a very long time, hasn't it?
I don't even know how long it's been here, but
Yeah.
let's see. And how when you say a long time, you mean 10,
No, I'm thinking 30 years,
Jesus.
at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, for very good reasons.
Yes,
So
let's
it's
go.
Kind of a classic.
Oh, look who's here! Tutto bene?
A posto?
Sì.
Allora, che ti
Tutto bene.
tutto?
This is Ciro, one of the owners, who ensures every glass of wine he pours is an exciting experience you can count on.
Cheers.
And the nice thing is they always have like the most like really kind of like some very interesting wines.
They do.
Or things that I've like never had.
There's nothing from the big distribution. There's nothing you think they should have. They just have what they love and what they found and what they think is interesting to show to people.
Another charming aspect of Florence is its intimate size, making it likely you'll bump into somebody you know. This is Monica, and she's joining us because the more the merrier. Haha.
But this, I also think it's like one of the lovely things about Florence, though, because it's like
just bump into people. That is literally one of the most fun things that happened to me here. Is like just.
This isn't the first time Volpi is featured in one of my videos. In fact, you should check out my pre-COVID video showcasing my favorite wine bars in Florence. Fortunately, they've all managed to stay in business, so it's still just as relevant today. Volpi opened over 3 decades ago and has become a true institution for wine lovers in Florence. Their selection is impressive, offering a variety of wines by the glass, from local Tuscan favorites to unique finds that Ciro has sourced from the far corners of Italy. Pair your wine with one of their delicious crostoni. There are several to choose from, all equally mouthwatering and perfect for sharing with friends over a relaxed evening.
So this is one of your favorite places to go because every time you're like, hey Monica, let's meet up for aperitivo. And I'm like, okay, where do you want to go? How about Formaggioteca?
that is true. Yes, that is true.
And I'm always down for that.
It's my kind of go-to. Let's say.
Absolutely. It's close to home, but also
no, exactly.
super good.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm not necessarily an expert on wines or cheeses. So between the French and the Italian wines and cheeses, I love the mix.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's super fun. Well, and you can I feel like you could come here for like an hour and like get a glass of wine and like a cheese plate, or you could like sit there for like 4 hours.
As long as they'll let us sit there.
No, exactly.
We lose time every time.
Every time we do.
We're like, wait a minute, it's midnight?
No, it's true. And there's very few places I think kind of like that. Let's say.
This cage is wrapped in carbonara. That's why it has this dark rind, which you can eat called puffi. Then you go to the mimolette hard cheese, 6 months of aging from northern part of France at Calvados area. It's orange because they add carotenoids as well as sweet and salty all together. And then you finish with the our bloom, the saxofolte.
Which is not phenomenal. That's like
in the Chianti area in Cave Batar.
That's phenomenal. That's
Very salty. This is made with sheep milk.
I love how important food and wine are. That I think is great because it's so nice that it's such like an integral part of kind of the culture and the lifestyle and whatnot.
And they're really proud of it. Yeah. The pride and the attention and the care that they have for it. I agree.
I can hardly believe I get to include our very own spot, Formaggioteca Terroir. Honestly, opening a wine and cheese bar was never on the radar before COVID, but life had other plans. Fast forward, and here we are. This little gem has made it into Mary's top 5. I'm beyond thrilled and grateful that we can share a slice of our wine and cheese universe with this incredible city we're lucky enough to call home. It's been such a rewarding journey to contribute something special to Florence's vibrant culinary scene. I hope you've enjoyed my festive stroll around Florence with Mary. In the comments below, you'll find the names and contacts of Mary's top 5. The city is brimming with treasures waiting to be discovered, from timeless classics to fresh, exciting spots. Be sure to explore a few and savor some delightful sips and bites on your next trip to the Renaissance City.